So this is a pre-tension load to the back part of the leg, the deeper section. So what you're going to need is an elevated platform. I'm actually going to be using a half foam roller, and I'm going to place that about a foot away from the wall. From there, I'm going to place the leg that I want to work on. I'm going to place the balls of my foot on the foam roll itself, and then or the elevated platform, and then I'm going to make sure that my heel remains in contact with the floor at all times. From there, I'm going to have a slight bend in my knee. That's important. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step with my other foot forward until I feel tension build up in the back part of the leg or the target tissue. From there, I'm going to walk my foot one direction, and then I'm going to bring it the opposite direction, trying to see where I feel more load. I actually feel more load when I go this direction, so I'm going to hold that position. I'm going to thrust my hip this direction and then thrust my hip the opposite direction, trying to see where I feel more load. I feel more load and tension build up in the target tissue when I'm thrusting my hip this direction, so I'm going to hold that. I'm going to rotate my torso, so I'm going to rotate towards this direction, and then I'll rotate the opposite direction, trying to see where I feel more tension. I feel more tension this way, so I'm going to hold it there. Last thing I'm going to do with my torso is I'm going to side bend, so I'm going to lower this shoulder down towards the same side hip, and then I go the opposite direction. And I actually feel more load when I'm side bending this direction, so I'm going to hold it there. Now, if this is your last driver or the last movement of your body, you can slightly get out of it and go back into it a little bit more. Get out of it and try to go more than the previous attempt. Now, if you want to add a different driver, you want a little bit more, you can use your arms. So since I'm side bending this direction, I'm going to hold that position. I'm going to use my right hand and I'm going to crawl up the wall until I feel more load or tension in the target tissue, which is the back of my leg. And then I'll slide it back down, and then I'll try to reach and try to go a little bit further than the previous attempt.